Hello everyone, Sigmar7 here. Well, another month has passed and that means another haul, and I gotta say, this is probably the smallest haul I've done in, ever. I mean, yeah, this is literally it. But, the main reason is because I had a dentist appointment this past month and it took quite a bit out of my account, so, yeah, these next few months are probably gonna be very much smaller hauls, probably, but, you know. But that being said, I got some pretty good pickups for this month, So yeah, here's what I picked up throughout the month of August. First up are these two DVDs I picked up at an antique shop. We got seasons 2 and 3 of Arrested Development. I already had season 1, so I think I'm just missing season 4 and 5, and that should be it. I watched a bit of this show back in the day, and from what little I remember it being pretty funny, so I can't wait to revisit this series. So yeah. On to the Blu-rays I picked up. This is something else I picked up at the same antique shop, and that is Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. This is a movie from my childhood. Between this and Mary Poppins were the movies that introduced me to Dick Van Dyke, so yeah. Not like an amazing family film, but from what I remember, it's pretty charming, so yeah. Then we got, Then we got The Mummy, directed by Terence Fisher, part of the Hammer series, with Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee, released in 1959. This was a pretty good movie, actually. I don't know which I prefer, this or the Boris Karloff Mummy from 1932. Both are pretty good, but yeah, definitely need to check out more of Terence Fisher's movies, because I still need to watch Horror Dracula, The Curse of Frankenstein, and just a bunch of the Hammer horror films I need to check out. Next is a Western that came out in 1959, and that is Last Train from Gun Hill. I did watch this past month, and a pretty good Western, actually. This is from the director of The Great Escape and The Magnificent Seven. And also, this is a Paramount Presents Blu-ray, as you can tell if I can get this open. Comes with the poster that's right there. But yeah, Kirk Douglas and Anthony Quinn were both great in this movie. So yeah, definitely check this out if you haven't seen it. And then, surprised enough, I picked up 2 Blu-rays by Twilight Time. You know, the studio that sadly went out of business. They are more expensive Blu-rays, but I was able to find them for a decent price on eBay. First up, we have another Terence Fisher Hammer film that was also released in 1989. We have The Hound of the Baskervilles, starring Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee as well. I believe this film was originally supposed to start like a Sherlock Holmes series of movies with Peter Cushing as Sherlock Holmes, but I guess because this movie didn't do well financially, it never happened, which is a shame, because I thought he was really great as the iconic detective. Next, we have, again from 1959, we got Journey to the Center of the Earth, which I had the DVD, but since I found this for a reasonable price, I figured I'd get this and upgrade to that. By the way, apparently, this comes with an autograph right there by Diana Baker, who's one of the actresses in the movie. Yeah, apparently she's still alive, so yeah, that's pretty cool. But yeah, this is a pretty good adaptation of the novel. Yeah, definitely check it out if you haven't seen it. And then I picked up 4 animated films this month. First up, we have, this is a new release, Ralph Bakshi's American Pop. I decided to pick this up now because for some reason Ralph Bakshi's Blu-rays go out of print way too quickly. Like, I missed out on getting Heavy Traffic and Wizards, and I'm not sure if I would get Fritz the Cat. Like, I'm not too fond of that movie, but I don't know. But I decided to get this while I can before it goes ridiculously out of print. But yeah, this is probably my favorite of Bakshi's movies, between this and Coonskin. Even though I'm a bit iffy about Bakshi, but I do have a lot of respect for him, that he's the reason why we have adult animated films today that ones that are actually good. But yeah, definitely need to revisit this one. Next, we have an animated film that was released the same year as American Pop in 1981, and it's one of the few Disney classics I've been missing, and that is The Fox and the Hound. I almost got all the Disney animated classics that I'm wanting to get. There's still a couple I'm missing, but yeah. Sadly, this unfortunately comes with its terrible sequel, or midquel in its case, a midquel that should not be able to exist. And I don't mean that in an insulting way. I mean in the sense that it's literally impossible how it could exist. But yeah, the first movie is definitely a classic. It's not one of my favorite Disney films, but it's a movie I do enjoy nonetheless, even though it is very different from the original book. Next, we have much like with Journey to the Center of the Earth, this is a movie I had the DVD of, but I decided to upgrade to Blu-ray, and that is Jan Jonkmeier, I'm not sure how to say his name. Alice. This is just a creepy adaptation of Alice in Wonderland. The stop motion animation looks really uncanny, but it is a pretty good movie, though. I definitely need to revisit this one as well. And then we got a movie that's from my childhood that I remember liking back in the day, and looking back at it, it's actually not that bad of a film, and that is Surf's Up by Sony Pictures Animation. This is before Spider-Verse and Mitchell's vs. the Machines. This, I'd say, would have been Sony's best film they've done. I'll be honest, I've never been a fan of Hotel Transylvania or Clyde the Chance of Meatballs, but this movie I remember enjoying, mostly because of the unique way it tells its story. But, yeah, it's a fun movie overall. And for the last thing I picked up this month, it's something I didn't expect I would get, because I thought these were out of print, which I guess they technically are, but I got it on sale on eBay, and that is Seasons 1 through 5 of South Park. Obviously, I didn't watch a lot of South Park growing up, but then again, given this is a show aimed for an older audience, that's partially why. But from the handful of episodes of the show I've seen, I could see why it's the hit show it is, even though, yeah, it is very controversial, it can be very outrageous, but there is some really clever humor and clever writing within the show, so yeah, definitely can't wait to binge watch this. Although for some reason, I'm a little upset at this, but I don't think you can't really see it, but this bottom part of the Blu-ray, it's kind of swollen at the top, like it's a little, I don't know if that's just the way it came in, or is it just, whatever. The disc looks like in good condition, so it should be fine. So, don't know when I'll be able to get the rest of the seasons, because they're pretty hard to find, so yeah. So yeah, overall, that's all I picked up throughout August. Again, not a large haul, but like I said, I'm trying to watch my account, so... but you're probably wondering why... let's see, how many was it? I think it was... Yeah, 4 movies I picked up that came out in 1959. Well, it's because... I mentioned this before, I think, but I'm planning to do a video this upcoming month. I don't know if I'll be able to get it out in time, but... My dad's birthday coming up, and just like what I did with my birthday, I figure I'd do a top 30 best films of 1959. Kind of what I did for 1993, since that was the year my dad was born, and I thought that'd be really cool. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you all in the next video. Later.